land, man. Check this out, man. There are a lot of dances or poses, gestures that have stood the test of time. Some less so. You got some that stood the test of time for, maybe 10 years or so with the icky shuffle or whatever. A lot of people were doing that. Hey, one stood the test of time for one season with the bob and weave, and before they outlawed it with the St. Louis Rams, the bob and weave. That was so good, but they outlawed it the next year. There was no group celebrations. Now you can do group celebrations, but it still hasn't come back. But you got those that lasted for one season, a couple of seasons like the Icky Shuffle. Then you got ones that had 30 years. People still doing the Deion when they score and high stepping into the end zone with the hand behind the head, bro. We've been doing that for 30 years. I don't care if you catch an interception in flag football right now. You in your backyard playing with your kids. If you catch a pick, tell me you ain't catching a pick and you ain't gonna high step into the end zone and do the prime time when you get in there. That just is what it is, man. So when you got these dances, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander, because we in Atlanta ain't dirty birded since 1998. And still, people think of they 23 years later, 25 years later, anytime they score in Atlanta, somebody's gonna do a weak ass dirty bird. It just is what it is. So OJ Santiago made that. He did it first, and then Jamal Anderson made it famous. And guess what? Now we gotta see that every single time somebody score in Atlanta. It don't matter if it's a blowout or not. I don't understand why it is. But saying all that to say this, man, that boy Shedeur, listen, I thought with this gesture, he just started a movement, because I thought when he did this, look, all I got is all I have is my Samsung watch, and I got my son's, the thing for my son on here, man. That's all I got. I ain't got no Rolex or nothing like that. But I thought that he was just asking that young man, telling him, can y'all please get off the Buffalo, guys, because, we out here trying to do this, and I don't want y'all disrespecting it or what have you like that. I just thought he was asking him politely as possible to get up off of it. Maybe somebody asked to see it or whatever, and he's like, hey, do you have the time? Excuse me, sir, do you have the time? I don't know what it was, but I do know that turned into a couple of other things, and now everybody got something to say about it. We're gonna talk about all that in 1 second, but before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below. Y'all know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told you this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, I love each and every last one of y'all. I might need to get me a shirt, make a shirt of somebody doing the Shedeur, man. But listen, so we saw that there. Also in the Arizona State game when they scored, he did this at the end of the game to the student section. Hey, it's nothing but love when your brother running behind you like, I got you, bro, I got you. And you going up there. He did this to the student section. Everybody said it was in poor taste. Everybody said this and that, had something to say about it. He should be humble. He should be this. You must ain't never played no game against no students. Bro, them boys in that student section be talking about everything except your gameplay. They up there talking about your mama. They up there talking about, your unborn cheering because you in high school or college, you ain't got nothing. Bro, they talking about everything up there. So it's always nice to stick it to the students. Bro, it was one game, they were calling my name. I'm in the game up there. I was number 50. They was like, yo, number 50, what's his name? And so they found out it was J.E. or whatever. And they, J.E. I was lighting them up, though. So when I'm lighting them up, they stopped calling my name. Then I had one of my people on the team, one of my guys on the team, like literally every time he got the ball, they started heckling him. They just calling his name. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want him to get mad at me. Probably watching the video. And he didn't fare as well. But they said, hey, we gotta start calling him 50 name because he getting too many buckets. Let's call his name. And so they gonna heckle you, especially when you're in those spaces and you don't know what somebody done said to that young man or none of that. So hey, you just stick it to the crowd a little bit, man. It is what it is. If you play sports and stuff like that, I even used to score buckets, and when it was getting time, when we getting ready to blow them out or win the game or it was pivotal, I used to even run back down the court throwing jabs because I'm telling them I'm going for the knockout blow. And you point to people in the crowd, you do all this stuff, man. So if you played, you understand what it is. You know how them student sections are and how they heckle you and stuff like that. Saying all that to say this, a lot of people were saying it was in poor taste, and you need to be humble, you need to be this, you need to be that. Let me tell you one thing that sports is not about. Sports ain't about being humble. Sports is about, I think I can do what I'm doing better than anybody else on the planet. I don't understand how you can have a humble mentality but believe that you're the best. You can be humble, but you can't have a humble mentality. As we see with somebody like his his mentor, Tom Brady. We know that Tom Brady has a humble mentality. But bro, when you see them joints on the field and stuff like that, he anything but humble. He talking that cash money on that field. So we know that it's saying all that to say this. So check this out. We had this Garrett and Breece Hall, or Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. You know they doing the Shedeur, man. And so they coming down. They run up there. Hey, we got the camera, and they show. Hey, listen, man, showing the wristband. You know what I'm saying, like that. Hey, and then they laughing, man. Now listen. We're gonna look and see what some people had to say about this, because hey, people always got something to say. So because they got something to say, we gonna see. He said, hey, this is supposed to be disgraceful, be the most disgraceful celebration, guys. That's what a lot of people saying, bro. And then it says, hey, where are the haters now? Do we need to start pulling receipts for everyone who was telling Shedeur to grow up? But we know, but we got two of the best in the league doing it now. Man, people about to look silly in those clown outfits. And then some, so we already had that. And then somebody says they clowning him. Really? Okay, I guess, man. It said, love it. Colorado is changing the game, and a lot of folks hate to see it. Yeah, hey, that's a fact. And it says, imagine being clowned and not realizing it. And so we got the receipt. We gonna get to that in 1 second. It says, seems like they clowning him. Everybody want to be a hater. They're not with him. They not clown. They clown. Bro, ain't nobody clowning him. Look at this. This is what Garrett Wilson put up there. Bruh, Shedeur is one of them ones at QB. Making everything look easy. And say, imagine thinking they clowning him. These guys are guys that are supporting him. They fans. Look, greatness recognize greatness, man. When you're great and you see somebody else great, you recognize that, and you like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I like that, or what have you. And like, so many people have joined in on this, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm watching the game last night, and hey, here's Chet Holmgren. Look, Chet Holmgren. So Chet Holmgren need to be humble. He goes up on here. Now, earlier in the game, Victor Wembanyama went up on Chet Holmgren, headbutted him, went up there, and then when he did it, was Victor Wembanyama, no. When you score on somebody in basketball, you felt like you just dominated. You better come out there. You better come out there and flex the 24-inch pythons right there. You know what I'm talking about? Make them boys think you I ain't juicing, but I'm just letting y'all know. Hey, I'm gonna flex them pythons if I'm at LA Fitness or if I'm anywhere. I work too hard for these for me to not flex them. So they gonna get flexed. You know what I'm talking about? All this is gonna get flexed. It just is what it is. I don't care. But then look what he did after that. Pow! Ooh, that boy did this. I laughed at this for like 20 minutes. Go up, get knocked down, and then, hey, get up, flex, and then hit them boys with the Shedeur, man. Like, listen, man, athletes, this is just how it is. Walking into the stadium, let me show you. Hey, listen, Devontae Adams, let me show you real quick, and then just keep on rolling, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's just the movement, and obviously we saw this right here where, Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall did it. So, listen, I think a lot of people, if you ain't never played sports before, I guess you would be saying that you need to be more humble, you need to be this, you need to be more that. But when you are playing at the highest level, you still doing your thing. Yeah, anybody can have a bad game. It is what it is. But that bad game can never define you, because if you're a good player, a bad game won't define you. You're gonna have a bad game. Guess what? Short memory, bounce back, and do your thing. So I love it. I didn't think it was gonna turn into all of this. Like I said, I really didn't think it was anything to speak of. I thought he was just asking them to get up off of the Buffalo and saying, hey, your locker room is that way. But hey, they said it's flexing the rollie. It's caught on like wildfire, and everybody's in it, man. So make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. We'll be back with another video later, man. Hey, and if y'all interested in any type of merch, we got some merch up there for y'all on the site. Check the link down in the description. Breeze Tees. Hey, man, I wish I could get somebody to draw me one of him doing the Shedeur, because I would do that right there. But we got a lot of stuff for y'all, man. Stuff for the ladies, stuff for everybody, workout shirts, everything. Go through there, check everything out, and let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. If people just hating and they just grasping on to anything, because like, imagine thinking they're clowning him when they say that they literally saying, hey, I like him, I like dude, I'm a fan, and you thinking they're clowning. It is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and I will holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ. Imagine thinking I ain't gonna flex these 20-inch, 22-inch, something like that, whatever they is. I ain't gonna flex these pythons, and every chance I get, you're bugging.
Godspeed.